Right now at 10, a La Crosse family demands answers after a fatal bike accident.
And a bill for volunteer firefighters and first responders. What federal programs it would open them up to.
Plus, a La Crosse nonprofit is turning school gardens into community events. What families can expect at the summer series.
Streaming 24/7 on the News 8 Plus app. You're watching News 8 Now at 10.
Good evening, and thank you for joining us for News 8 Now at 10. I'm Emily Brown.
And I'm Ken Kozarowski.
Well, it's been nearly a month since 27-year-old Tariana Thompson was killed while riding her bike on La Crosse's north side.
Today, her family says they still don't have the answers they're looking for. News 8 Now's Grace Monk sat down with Tariana's family, who want to know if any charges will be filed against the driver who hit her.
On May 18th, Ann and Terrence Thompson received a devastating phone call. Their 27-year-old daughter had been hit while riding her bike.
We got a phone call, and it was hard to believe, especially after we got to the hospital and saw the condition she was in.
According to a police report, Tariana Thompson was riding south on Avon Street when a pickup truck failed to yield the right-of-way. The 27-year-old suffered severe injuries, spending 9 days in the hospital before passing away. The driver was issued a citation, but Tariana's family doesn't think it was enough.
They didn't give him no breathalyzer. They didn't take him to the hospital to get no type of drug tests done. They just gave him a citation and sent him home.
They say they've reached out to the La Crosse County District Attorney's Office to ask why.
Every time we call down there to talk to the DA, either someone out of town or they give us a call back, they never call us back.
According to the La Crosse Police Department, the DA's office is still reviewing accident reports to determine whether or not to pursue charges. But for Tariana's family, that decision can't come soon enough.
I feel like no justice is being served, and it makes me really angry that my sister has passed away and no one's really doing anything about it.
In the meantime, her family remains heartbroken, helping Tariana's 1-year-old daughter cope with the loss of her mother.
It's been devastating. It's been hurtful. Our heart is breaking every single day.
She loved to be outside. She loved nature. She loved her daughter. She was just a sweet girl that shouldn't be gone right now.
Reporting in La Crosse, Grace Monk, News 8 Now.
Eau Claire police are trying to locate a wanted man. Dakota Lays is on the run after fleeing a law enforcement on a motorcycle. Lays is considered armed and dangerous. Do not approach him. Contact law enforcement if you have any information.
A Los Angeles man is charged in a phone scam against an Eau Claire woman. Sichuan Yu reportedly scammed the victim into giving him $300,000. He's charged with theft by false representation and money laundering, both with enhanced penalties because the victim is elderly. A new bipartisan bill aims to support volunteer firefighters and first responders.
News 8 Now's Jadius McGee joins us in the newsroom with the details. Jadius.
Yeah, supporters say the proposal could help communities attract and retain the volunteers who respond to emergencies. Wisconsin Senator Tammy Baldwin is backing legislation that would expand access to certain federal home ownership programs for volunteer first responders. She says many communities continue to face challenges recruiting and keeping volunteers.
I've heard from many fire chiefs across the state who are really struggling to recruit and retain volunteer emergency responders. And we need to do more to support them.
The legislation would open existing programs through the U.S. Department of Agriculture and the Department of Housing and Urban Development. Supporters say even small incentives can make a difference for those who donate their time to serve their communities.
Any little bit helps. You know, anything time we can try to help the volunteers that are dedicating their time and their money and their everything else that they've got. We're recognizing what they're doing and trying to give them something for their service.
Now, Baldwin hopes to advance the legislation either as a standalone bill or part of a larger package moving through Congress. Reporting live in the newsroom, Jadius McGee, News 8 Now.
Thank you, Jadius. UW Oshkosh's Chancellor is making the rounds in western Wisconsin, and his first stop was right here in La Crosse. Chancellor Manohar Singh kicked off his summer tour at the Crow this evening, meeting with alumni, donors, and community partners. Chancellor Singh says he has a clear vision for the university's future.
My endeavor at University of Wisconsin-Oshkosh would be to be seen as a symbol of education leading to strong civic engagement, freedom of expression, and, as we say, pursuit of liberty and joy and happiness and freedom as we stand together in this.
The tour continues in Hudson on July 21st and Eau Claire on July 22nd.
Lake Winona Manor held its annual parade this afternoon. This event brings residents, families, and caregivers together, especially for those who may not be able to attend other community events. And this year, one resident got a special surprise.
Jared came in and said, "How would you like to be the queen?" Sure, why not? I waved to every one of my friends, and they waved back at me, which I was surprised. I'm the queen. You gotta wave to me.
That hour-long parade wrapped up today at 3.
Well, we've got a chilly week ahead of us. Nothing really gonna reach 80 degrees at all, Greg, this
No, we
week.
got that, and we got storms going on too, especially tomorrow. It's going to be a wet, kind of soggy day, and it does involve some severe weather potential too. Not widespread. Bit of that is further south, but definitely something to keep an eye on. If we kind of break it down, tomorrow morning it looks definitely wet. Heavy rainfall potential south of I-90 to potentially to about 9 or 10 a.m. That could involve some hail too as the thunderstorm complex is kind of decreased, but that threat exists. There'll be a break potentially late morning, early afternoon. Not everyone will see this break, but overall coverage decreases quite a bit for the low, and the front get closer towards the afternoon, say after about 2 p.m. and then activity will uptick a little bit till 6 p.m. Scattered storms, lines of storms that could produce once again damaging wind and hail as it comes through. The severity will drop off quickly after 6, although showers will linger probably throughout the evening hour. Now waking up Eau Claire, just light rainfall. This is not going to be heavy, but could be steady. Not expecting much in the way of thunderstorms either. We'll start seeing decreasing trends with precipitation by the time we get to noon, getting up to 60. La Crosse, that heavy rain potential definitely exists, and thunderstorms maybe around the 6 to 7 a.m. Much better shot if you go further south to Decorah to Prairie du Chien area, but otherwise getting up to about 61. You see it dropping off quite a bit too with that break potentially coming into the area around noon. Overall, right now it's fairly quiet out there. The winds have turned around from that northwest, indicating we have a system coming, and it is going to be milder tonight as we keep those temperatures up. Cloud cover will be on the increase, but it should remain dry once again until we get later in the nighttime. So the good news, one thing, yeah, we have storms. Summer's officially here this weekend. We got to talk about that, and Father's Day. We'll kind of talk about if we will see 80 eventually anytime soon, a little bit later in the broadcast too.
All right, thank you, Greg. And a reminder, when that rain and potential hail come in, you can also track weather on your block by downloading our First Warned Weather app. It's always available at the App Store or on Google Play. A La Crosse nonprofit has kicked off a summer of school garden parties, and the whole community is invited. Grow held its first garden party of the season over at Hinchin Elementary School. The free event featured a scavenger hunt, garden taste tests, and fresh produce from the school's garden. Grow operates gardens at every public elementary school in La Crosse and La Crescent.
It's fun to see students come back who helped plant the seeds in little starters in March, and now the gardens are green and flourishing. Students who haven't been to these gardens who are just really excited to get in the spaces and explore and to try new things. They always bring a lot of energy and excitement to these gardens.
Garden parties continue through August 5th at rotating school locations across the city.
Mayor Washington Spivey met with local business owners this morning. The conversation with the mayor allowed city leadership to examine their relationship with local businesses. The discussion was broken up into 3 parts: working with the city, zoning and historic preservation, and city safety.
We can always improve on our policies, our processes, et cetera, to ensure that we're helping our local businesses be able to thrive in our community.
The discussion allowed for both the city and businesses to productively address and try to solve issues.
Happening around the state, 3 former aides to Donald Trump pleading not guilty today in a scheme to overturn Wisconsin's 2020 presidential election results. Kenneth Chesborough, Michael Roman, and Jim Trupis are accused of trying to cast Wisconsin's electoral votes for Trump despite Joe Biden winning the state. The 3 also filed motions to dismiss 1 charge each, arguing they were pardoned by President Trump in 2025. So a judge will set a future date to hear those arguments. Still to come, a terror plot stopped. How Secret Service officials foiled the planned attack targeting the White House.
Plus, AI education, what a Senate subcommittee says about integrating the new technology.
Save big money with Menards Spotlight Savings before the sun sets on these amazing deals. Prices are value after rebate. Cargo shorts make a great Father's Day gift, just $9.99. A 10-piece screwdriver set is only $5.99. Plus, natural wood mulch is just $1.69. A 20-pound bag of wild bird food, only $6.99. Sign up for Menards emails to get the weekly flyer plus exclusive daily flash sales right to your inbox.
Save big money at Menards.
Dental implants are often the best solution to severe dental issues. If you have infection in your mouth, it does cause trouble other places. A lot of people ignore infection for way too long. And when they finally do something about it, they say not only do they like what they did here, but they feel better overall. In the end, you can have a smile you're proud of and a very healthy mouth.
We're an implant-focused practice. If you think you have a full mouth of challenges, come see us. Come down for a free consultation.
If high gas prices and car payments are getting you down, come see us at Sugarloaf Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Winona. We have a special purchase of 2025 Jeep Compasses featuring 32 miles per gallon, 4-wheel drive, heated leather, Apple CarPlay, and factory warranty. And get this, just $999 down and $397 per month. So ditch that old car and get to Sugarloaf Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram on Highway 61, Winona.
Officials say a deadly plot to attack officials attending the UFC fights on White House grounds Sunday night, including President Trump, was averted.
5 people involved in the plot have been arrested so far, and authorities have indicated more arrests are likely. CBS News' Jesse Mitchell has the latest.
Court papers show 5 people have been arrested for their roles in plotting a deadly attack on Sunday night's UFC fights at the White House, likely intending to kill White House officials, up to and including President Trump and Vice President J.D. Vance.
It was an active plot, yes, involving purported claim to be planned to use drones, snipers, etc.
At least 19 people had been discussing the plan on Signal, the messaging app. The plot began unraveling last week when the mother of alleged planner, 19-year-old Tyson Proper of Ohio, tipped off police that he used $3,000 of his graduation money to buy weapons. Proper was arrested one day before the UFC fight. Investigators found a rifle painted with an American flag, a tactical vest, and thousands of rounds of ammunition. Proper told law enforcement the plan was to stage a demonstration on the north side of the White House as a distraction, then deploy small explosive-laden drones to detonate over the UFC octagon, and then have sniper teams shoot guests as they fled. President Trump, attending the G7 summit in France, said he knew nothing of the intended attack.
I haven't heard about it, no, but the attack that I watched were the fighters.
Vice President Vance placed blame for the plot on increasingly heated political rhetoric.
Because again, so much of the far left rhetoric is driving itself towards violence. It spins people up into these crazy situations where they feel like, I'm not going to argue against somebody, or I'm not going to debate somebody, or even vote against a politician. I'm going to go and commit violence.
Secret Service officials say the search continues for others involved in the plot who have yet to be arrested. Jesse Mitchell, CBS News, New York.
Meantime, President Trump touted a peace deal with Iran at the G7 summit in France, saying it ends the fighting and blocks Iran from acquiring a nuclear weapon.
The agreement also reopens the Strait of Hormuz to commercial traffic, but analysts caution that Iran is now fully aware of its ability to shut down the key waterway.
It's going to be tricky to ensure that Iran never is tempted to turn to that, to play that card again going forward. Now they know the impact it's had.
The next 60 days will focus on more complex negotiations over Iran's nuclear program. Senators on both sides of the aisle say Congress wants to review any final deal and warns 60 days may not be enough time to resolve the remaining issues.
A Senate subcommittee is leading a hearing on the future of education in the age of AI. Witnesses say school districts, educators, and policymakers should work together to integrate AI into the curriculum from kindergarten through high school. One Republican senator asked about the skills students will need to succeed in the future.
Each of these tools end up being something that if a student knows how to use it, they'll be able to produce a stronger product, and they'll be able to evaluate critically the information that the tool is producing.
There are currently no long-term studies on the effects of AI on student learning, equity, or social and emotional development. We will have more news ahead.
But first,
definitely got stormy conditions for Wednesday, severe weather potential and heavy rain too. So we'll break that down, but then show you what the weather looks like going forward towards Father's Day weekend. That all coming up on your First Warn Weather Update after the break.
At Cedar Lake Speedway, champions don't quit after a crash. They get back up and fight. If you've been injured, Bygoff and Rohde brings that same relentless fight to your case. We get your life back on track.
Is your concrete cracked, stained, or darkening your space? Here at River Valley Floor Shield, we provide a concrete coating that turns that dark and damaged space into a durable, weather-resistant surface that matches your home perfectly. We are looking for limited homeowners to take place in our Spring Surfacing Special, where they will receive 25% off their project and a new space they're proud of. Call today to see if you qualify for the Spring Surfacing Special.
We're here for those who build America. Those who believe that giving everything we've got today will pay off tomorrow. Who will drive America forward for 250 years to come. If that's who you are, you should pay what we pay.
Now get employee pricing across a full lineup of Ford trucks and SUVs. Employee pricing. You pay what we pay. Only from your local Ford dealer.
For Quick Trip's Mountain Dew Quick Climb. Now through August 16th, play each day for free in your Quick Rewards app and score bonus plays with every eligible item you grab. Every day, someone's cashing in. So open the app and get climbing. Win big with Quick Trip's Mountain Dew Quick Climb.
What if home felt like a getaway every single day? At Eagle Crest North Senior Living, it can. Relax with coffee in the botanical garden. Meet your neighbor in the game room for pool and shuffleboard. Stay fit in the modern fitness center. Or play around on the indoor golf simulator. It's effortless living for those 55 and better. Eagle Crest North Senior Living is now open. Limited availability. Schedule your tour today.
Cedar Lake Speedway has thrilled families for over 60 years. Bygoff and Rohde has fought for the injured for over 50. Two legacies, one shared community. When life gets knocked off course, we get your life back on track.
Clear Choice Window and Home Solutions, your choice for quality, affordable windows, installed by our experienced team. Contact us or stop into our showroom today for your free estimate.
All right, right now it looks fairly quiet too outside. We got the wind stream around the southeast. We had a few showers, even a thunderstorm today. That was one system that pushed east. This next one is going to be similar in the track and the upper levels, how cold it is aloft here, but it's going to be stronger too. So it's going to give us a much better shot for heavier rainfall and the severe potential, although once again, the highest severe is further south towards Illinois, central Iowa, given that the warm front likely will not get up here, but it's close enough to bear watching. So right now, really, if we look at it, the rain thunder comes in, and it's about 5 to 10 a.m. There will be maybe a couple breaks between 7, 8, 9, 10. We kind of have a couple waves coming through, too. Heavier rainfall south of I-90, especially going towards Crawford County, Prairie du Chien, and the other side of Iowa, too, as you go further south. Even a severe threat there, and that threat, basically with the thunderstorms coming through, would likely be hail if we do see that. Much lighter rain as you go further north. The scattered showers, 10 a.m. to about 2 p.m. Further north you go to like Rusk County, that may continue a little bit more better, but overall everyone probably will see a decrease in coverage. The severe threat gets a little bit going as we get later, 2 to about 6. That's when the low gets closer. We have a front that'll come through, so we'll have lines or arcing lines of showers and storms come through. Those could be severe throughout the afternoon. They'll probably wane, at least in coverage, after about 6 p.m. And then Thursday, maybe a shower in the afternoon. It'll be breezy on the backside of the system. We'll have northwest winds, but for the most part, we'll be dry, but there is that shower light chance in the afternoon time. So kind of breaking that down. There's a severe threat, and really, it's the hail in the morning, and even the hail, really about the only threat really in the morning, but minus the heavy rainfall. The winds, everything else in the afternoon is a threat. The rainfall flooding potential probably is south of I-90. It's still kind of low given the soils will probably be able to handle this, but this one thing we'll keep an eye on. Once again, you see the threat overall level 2. It has come up from yesterday given the system is a little bit more aggressive, but further south is where most of the severe weather will exist. Rainfall amounts, now this could change, is based on showers and thunderstorms, which do change. It's convection, but gives you a general idea. Further south you go 1 to 2, maybe some isolated 2 to 3. Further north you go, it's much more spotty in coverage too, but overall everyone will likely see at least a ½ inch, with many areas probably seeing 1 inch or more. Once again, the threat really have to keep an eye on. It's probably south of I-90 to see if that coverage comes. Here's the complex system. It looks fairly complex right now with a bunch of them, but eventually it's going to come to one system with that warm front coming through. That warm front's going to stay just to our south, likely just in northern Illinois, and we'll have another front that will form just north. So we will have a front come through, but if that warm front was further north, we'd likely see a better shot of severe weather. Here's the activity going on. Here's one band that's going to come through right there. You'll see rain definitely pick up from about 6 to 7 and really pick up potentially heavier rainfall and some hail as we go further south towards Decorah, Prairie du Chien. A break there, but then we'll have another wave come across south of I-90 especially, so it could be round 2 right there with some heavier rain basically from about 8 to 9. Once again, south of I-90 is the thing to look at. There's your break. And then we'll have showers and thunderstorms again that come push in the afternoon time frame. And here's these lines that'll come through, basically through about 3 to about 6. Those could be severe as they push through. Once again, by the time we get to 6 or 7, it's either pushing east or the severe threat lessens. Temperatures overall going to Thursday, still going to be upper 60s, low 70s, so still cool. Given that we should be around 80 this time of year. We will dry out, but we do have showers, chances coming back in for Father's Day, although the trend has been kind of less as the system gets a little bit further south. So that's the good news. Although if you want to see 80s and warmth, it's nowhere in the forecast. Even through the middle of next week, we're not going to get above average at that point too, as this pattern continues.
Okay, we'll wait a little while for average conditions, it sounds like.
So just stay tuned tomorrow. It could be quite busy, could be, and obviously a lot of rainfall and any outdoor activities aren't likely to go through.
All right, thanks, Greg. Coming up next in sports, back on the bump, Brandon Woodruff makes a start down in the minors. Plus, hear from the newest Brewer ahead of his major league debut with the ball club. Jacob is next.
Choose from a free TV or 10% off the home price. 4th of July savings now at Home Furniture.
Get the day's news in your inbox. Email newsletters from News 8 Now. Sign up today. Go to news8000.com/newsletters to get started.
We're a team you can trust and we're local. We see our members out in the public all the time. Want to be able to look them in the eye and know that we did right by them.
Everybody's welcome at Firefighters Credit Union.
I'm standing here at the warehouse this morning where some 30 to 40 installers depart every morning. You've been thinking about new windows. I've been thinking about new windows for over 40 years. And my promise to you is that these fine installers that leave here every morning install the finest windows available in the market today. Expert installation, always at a good value. If you're looking for new replacement windows, today would be a great day to reach out to the board store and set up a prompt free estimate.
Hurry into any Maury's Auto Group location for their used car savings event this Friday and Saturday, June 19th and 20th. For 2 days only, shop Maury's wide selection of used vehicles at exceptional prices and get a $500 gas card with the purchase of a used vehicle. Have a vehicle to trade? Stop in for a quick appraisal. The first 15 appraisals each day get a $20 gift card. Plus, enjoy free food and more while you shop. Visit Maury's.com for details. Get more with Maury's.
At Blaine's Farm and Fleet, we know dads, the ones who know how to build it all, grill it all, and fix it all while still taking the time to share it all. So show them how much you care with great Father's Day gifts for one-of-a-kind dads. Like these special buy men's Hey Dudes, $29.99. This 4-burner Blackstone griddle, $479.99. Rewards members save an extra $30. And select interior automotive accessories, 20% off. Find value on the gifts he'll value. Blaine's Farm and Fleet. Be an original.
We're a team you can trust and we're local. We see our members out in the public all the time. Want to be able to look them in the eye and know that we did right by them.
Everybody's welcome at Firefighters Credit Union.
Covering all the exciting action from your community, here's News 8 Now Sports. Well, as we approach the halfway point of the MLB season, today the Brewers made a definitive move to their left side of their infield as the club looks to get more production at a position where the offensive success has been far too scarce. The franchise moving on from Luis Rengifo after signing the infielder for a one-year deal worth $3.5 million in the offseason. Milwaukee was hoping to bring out Rengifo's success with the Angels from a few years ago, but in his time with Milwaukee, he hit just .205 with no home runs. And with that move, Cooper Pratt, that call-up has officially been made by the team. It's a moment the 21-year-old has been dreaming of for a long time.
I'm excited, man. I wasn't expecting to sleep, but I slept fine. Probably some of the better sleep that I've had. Everyone's like, "Oh, did you sleep last night?" I'm like, "Yeah, I slept pretty good, actually." It didn't really quite hit me until later that night. They called me up. I was like, dang, it's going to be a little bit.
All right, he said it's going to be a little bit different than Nashville. Let's get to the game highlights. And first, we've got a double play from Pratt over to Turang, getting involved early in this one, 6-4-3 fashion, a sight that Brewer fans hope to see for a while right there. And this is a sight we've been seeing a lot lately and enjoying this season. Turang with some good wood in the fourth to get the party started. That solo blast puts Milwaukee out in front. Cleveland was hanging around, though, with some good pitching, and in the seventh, they tie it up. Gabriel Arias drops a single into right field. Sal Frelick fires it home, but the throw is late, and we are tied. Until the home half, Garrett Mitchell been on fire in June, and he keeps it going with a swing and a drive deep to right field, and see you later. Brewers set a franchise record for most wins through 70 games in a season, improving to 44-26. Meanwhile, pitcher Brandon Woodruff starting tonight for the Timber Rattlers in a rehab assignment. The veteran righty threw 82 pitches in the outing, going 5 1/3 innings, allowing 5 hits, 3 runs while striking out 6. He last pitched for Milwaukee on April 30th, but was pulled due to concerns surrounding low velocity on his fastball. No data on his velocity from tonight's game. Twins going for their third win in a row, and Minnesota leadoff hitter Trevor Larnach abides by the saying that everything is bigger in Texas, as this home run is way gone. That's Larnach's 4th of the year. In the third inning, Twins up by a pair, but threatening with 2 on base, and Cody Clemens gets one middle, gets the barrel around, and that just barely lands above the yellow line, signaling a 3-run shot to make it 5-0. And in the fourth, when it rains, it pours. Josh Bell scalds one into right field, and that plates another. Twins collect 17 hits in a 12-2 win. And if you thought 12 runs was a lot tonight, well, the Loggers cross home plate 25 times in a win over Eau Claire, as 6 Loggers hit at least 2 RBIs in the contest, and the Steam fall on back-to-back days against Minot, dropping today's contest 7-2. And some front office news to pass along from the NFC North, as the Vikings and new general manager Nolan Teasley are bringing in former Bears GM Ryan Pace as a football advisor, according to reports. Pace was the general manager for Chicago from 2015 to 2021, and he has spent the last 4 seasons in the Falcons personnel department. Now, no hit tonight for Cooper Pratt in his debut, but I would imagine it won't be long until he gets one.
No. Yep.
And when he was asked what he's going to remember most for tonight, he said that they got the win, so pretty cool.
Yeah.
Already got that team mentality, and pretty cool to have his entire family. It looked like a bunch of friends were in the stands as well. Good interview, courtesy of Sophia Minert tonight. Parents were very proud.
Absolutely.
As they should be.
They should be.
Yep. Thanks, Jacob.
All right, more news right after this.
We don't want to see homeowners falling through their floors.
Certainly not.
So as the symptom goes, moisture, mildew, mold, any of that stuff.
That's bad. Wood doesn't like water. Every house that is on a crawl space needs an encapsulation.
It's so important, man. If this doesn't get done, what happens to polite society, man?
When your flooring's in jeopardy, there ain't nobody safe.
Innovative Basement Authority is now Groundworks. Schedule a free inspection.
All right, so guys, just smile and say, switch to T-Mobile in just 15 minutes and get an iPhone 17 on them.
Switch to T-Mobile in 15 minutes.
What they're trying to say is you can switch to T-Mobile and get iPhone 17 on us. No trade-in needed.
Why can't we just say cheese?
Okay, cheese.
Plus, T-Mobile customers had the lowest wireless bills versus the other big guys over the past 5 years.
I'm switching and saving. I'm switching and saving.
Chevy Silverado drivers will do a lot in the next 5 years. For their families, for their communities. But here's one thing they won't do. pay interest on their new truck. Just announced. For a limited time, get 0% financing for 5 years on all 2026 Silverado 1500 models. Take on new adventures, make new memories, and leave the interest behind.
Visit HometownChevy.com.
There's a significant discrepancy between the population of Wisconsin and where physicians practice.
And that's a problem the UW-Madison is working hard to fix, specifically with the Wisconsin Academy for Rural Medicine. Rural communities have unique challenges.
And we've tailored our training to produce knowledgeable, passionate physicians to practice in those rural areas.
One doctor in a community that hasn't had one can make a huge impact.
One Wisconsin.
On Wisconsin.
Taste a sweet strawberry, a Jolivet strawberry. Stop by Jolivet Family Farms today for some fresh Jolivet's homegrown strawberries. Available 7 days a week in the market. Pick your own. Check for availability. Jolivet's also features a large selection of fresh vegetables and homegrown produce. There is no sweeter strawberry in the world than a Jolivet strawberry. Only at Jolivet Family Farms, West Salem.
Thank you for watching News 8 Now. Expect more.
A bit of an unplanned catch near Cape Cod.
Yeah, boaters noticed a young humpback whale got its tail caught in fishing gear off the coast of Massachusetts. A rescue team used a hook-shaped knife attached to a 30-foot pole to cut through the ropes. Now, despite some visible injuries to the whale's tail, the Center for Coastal Studies is confident the animal will make a full recovery. Okay, good. And I'm glad they didn't like try to catch him or something.
No.
Sell him. Use his blubber for
Yeah, we're not fans of that.
for sale.
Yeah.
No, we didn't like that.
No, it sounds like just some boaters off the coast noticed it, called that Center for Coastal Studies, and they got a rescue team out pretty darn quick.
And it's interesting. You can see these type of whales just right off Massachusetts.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
You got to take that vacation out to Cape Cod.
I know. It sounds like wild. Wild time. All right, Greg, gives a final look at your forecast right after this.
Meeting you locally where you are online. Miss a story? See it again or watch us live on YouTube at WKBT News 8 Now.
Your comfort is our business. That's not just a catchy slogan at Schneider Heating.
We want to ensure that your entire experience with us and our Carrier products is completely comfortable. From the moment you call to set up an appointment to when our NATE certified and factory authorized technicians arrive on schedule and treat your home like our own.
It's the entire reason we say
Schneider Heating and Air Conditioning. Your comfort is our business.
There's DNA. Then there's heavy-duty DNA. HDNA.
It's engineered into every aspect of the GMC Sierra HD. So when the job is heavy, GMC Sierra HD reports for duty. During GMC Truck Month, get 4.9% APR plus $2,000 purchase cash on 2026 GMC Sierra heavy-duty Denali models.
It's that time. Time to trade in school time for pool time. Time to drop the backpack and pick up the beach bag. No books, no schedules, no rules. No running. Okay, maybe some rules. It's time to get back to summer. Back to water slides. Back to thrill rides. Back to food, fun, and entertainment of all kinds. It's not summer until you get to the water park capital of the world. Go to Whistels.com for back to summer deals.
It's June Dairy Month, and there's no better place to celebrate than Westby Cooperative Creamery. Since 1903, our farmer-owned cooperative has proudly crafted high-quality dairy products right here in Wisconsin. Our farm families are committed to caring for their cows, protecting the land, and producing dairy products you can feel good about bringing home to your family. Stop into the Westby Creamery Cheese Store for weekly June Dairy Month specials and stock up on your favorite cheeses and dairy treats. Celebrate June Dairy Month with Westby Creamery.
Are your windows looking foggy? Like there's moisture trapped inside? That's a sign the seal may be broken, and it could be costing you comfort, efficiency, and even leading to mold. At Rainaway, we specialize in window replacement that helps restore your home's look and improve energy efficiency. Whether you're upgrading for cosmetic reasons, cutting down on drafts, or protecting your home from moisture damage, we'll help you find the right solution. We're locally owned, trusted, and we get the job done right. Call Rainaway today, and let's protect and restore together.
Potential for south of that, we'll skip over that because that's not correct. Otherwise, we have a lot of wet weather going on. There's severe potential for the morning, something south of I-90, and we have another round in the afternoon from about 3 to 6 p.m. too. That could be all areas. Once again, keep that in mind during the afternoon. Damaging winds, hail, heavy rainfall. It does quiet down for Thursday. And for the most part, it's quiet up to maybe Father's Day with a few showers.
All right.
We look forward to your update on Facebook tomorrow. Have a good night.